Hi everyone, welcome to another video from DSA. So this is the first video in 2026. Before I start, I just wanted to share a big thank you for everyone reaching us to 500 subscribers. And I believe this all of you who has watched, subscribed, have believed in me and expecting more videos from me, right? So today, unlike all these practical or technical session, I'm going to talk about something AI where like from my experience talks, right? Like I'm somebody who worked 15 plus years, have seen an era where there is no internet, or like if you have to learn something, find something, you have to use the help. And then internet, where like internet is not that accessible. Now we are everything in fingertip in a summarized way, like you don't need to spend much time to get knowledge, right? So we are in a era. When we move, like if you take last few years, we have resisted AI, believe that okay, AI doesn't touch us. Then we explored okay, how others use it, does this help us? Then we move to evaluate like does it really help me, right? Then we adopt, right? When I do this video, when I start exploring this, I'm sure that I definitely depended AI or like utilized AI to do these things. And it is everywhere. Like when I am seeing my team works today, I know like they definitely use AI. So when we know that most of our skills are being um, utilized, or like the skills which we needed is being done by something else, we definitely have to be better than that to survive in this AI era. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what are the skills which you need and how does that matter to be a good developer or good engineer in today's AI era, right? So you no longer going to write complex codes. You are no longer going to think uh, think of a big design, right? So because AI can do that, right? When a problem comes to you, you started thinking about okay, does Copilot or ChatGPT can help me to solve this problem? We all, right? And we all seek validations from AI to make sure that I'm perfect, right? Things have changed. Unlike 3 4 years ago, where like we have like started using ChatGPT and it become like we like most of us started taking subscriptions or some pro version to make things better, right? So like without much introduction, let me jump on to the topic, like what skill matters most in AI era, right? So the first thing is like we are no longer a problem solver here, right? You have your AI tool to help you to solve the problem. So what we need to know, right? How better you can explain the problem to somebody, or like when you say somebody, that can be your peer or maybe the AI, right? So in earlier era, like you start working, you learn technology, you become a junior developer, you explore. Then over the year, with the experience, you become senior lead, and then you started explaining problem, or like start framing this issue to teach somebody like how to do it, or like what they need. Then you come up with a solution, right? Here you are doing that from day one, rather than like the understanding of like what you need and what do we need to accomplish matters. That is what the first point. Problem framing is more important than problem solving, because you have solutions, you will get any solutions which you want in writing or even through codes in today's world. So like you don't need to know like how to write that complex code, but what do you need, or like what you are expecting from that set of code always matters. Like what is your problem, that is what, like problem framing is more important than problem solving here. Next point is system thinking. Yeah, this is again more like a leader skill, right? Because you no longer think about a piece of code, because you have to think that holistically. Earlier days, when you write the code, you know like okay, how this can be connected, how this is going to help you. Now, when you start interacting more with AI and AI tools to solve your problem, you have to start thinking about how does my system work, how does this solution is going to fit me, like is this the right technology, is it the right framework am I using, right? You can't just dump everything on AI and get everything what it is giving you back. You should start understanding more functionally, even more technically, to apply some piece of AI in your system. So that is why the one who is giving results when you ask something is have no idea about what is going on and how do you need. It is collecting millions of informations around you which someone has written or someone has used, and it is training that and giving a result. That result is most of the time biased or not the result which you are looking for. You might still get a better result, and you should be a someone with a good knowledge who can evaluate that, right? So we'll be going into that point. Before that, like the third point is like decision making under uncertainty, right? You like the power, right? Now everybody knows that we have AI and we can do everything, right? Anything, and the expectation which is set in front of you is like, okay, we need a solution, right? You may or may not get what actually need or like what they are expecting. You can keep asking and get clarity, because we all need clarity to start something, right? But most of the cases, to today's world, there is very less chance that you get a clarity. So you should also start learning like how you take decisions, or how you move forward with the uncertainties. Like when I say uncertainty, the expectation can be totally vague, but you still be able to come back and say that, okay, can we do this, or like can we try applying this, right? There is a point which you all understand that like getting clarity is not that easy, because we have like information all around, and people expect like totally fairy tale things, and even they also may not have so much expectation, like so much clarity about. You might still get clarity, but you should also be prepared to be somebody who is taking decision with uncertainty and like not having much clarity, right? Because you have AI, and you are going to use best out of it, and telling that, okay, these are the option based on what you said, and this is what you can do, right? So you have to start thinking like a leader. That is what I would say. Even like whatever experience you stand, you should start thinking like a leader, and you should believe that, like, I have people to work under me, right? How better I would utilize. Okay, this person have no idea how my system is like. How do I teach this person the system and make sure that they follow the standards which I need, right? So here when you start using, right, we are stepping onto the 4 point communication and storytelling, right? When you stepping onto AI and you start using AI, when you talk to the leaders, you should know how well you articulate the story, right? When however AI write the code, when you start presenting a code to somebody, you should be on that code, and you are responsible to like whatever the good coming out of the code, whatever the bad coming out of the code, you are the one who own that, and you are the one who is responsible for that. So you should be able to explain, or you should be able to articulate that story, right? Where like that engage others and make them understand. How you talk to somebody who has no idea about technical, and how you talk to somebody who is core technically is entirely different. You should know who is your listener, and you should frame your stories. You should frame the way how you explain the things to the person is entirely different. You should know how well you can explain, because now when you go with a solution, you are not just going with a piece of code, you are going with a story. You should be able to explain them how it works, how this is better than what it was yesterday, right? So you should know how well you can like frame the story, and how well you can communicate to that the leadership, like make you stand out from the others. Ability to validate AI output. Same to the what I said, right? AI will give you everything, and I have no idea about what it is giving. It is like, okay, somebody who is so confident about something they are talking may not be right, right? AI is a most confident tool that make you feel that, okay, everything I am telling is right. But there were some studies or things which people have done with AI earlier, that was like, okay, give me a glass of like half filled glass, and like give me a photo which is somebody holding with left hand, and it is very rare, or like some of people were not at all getting the information, because like most of the people around us is right handers, and the most of the data which is around the system, which system can learn from is right handers, right? Like somebody who like me who is left hander, like it is very, very less, you all know that, right? So that is how AI is confident about the data which is trained, and the skill which we all own is like distinguish or understand the differences, right? Like what you need, so what you need always matter, and like don't take everything what is coming from AI, understand it and take ownership of it, and always doubt AI, right? AI can be better. Keep training, keep asking question. AI can be better, but there is nothing better than you take the code, understand it, and make changes by your own, right? So AI is not the best person you met. AI is just somebody who trained on some like biased or the common data around you. AI is not the perfect. You should say, okay, I own AI, I am the leader, and I can validate it, right? So having that skill, right? No, not so much deep. Having that basic skills on everything which you ask AI is always matter. You should articulate. You should review, teach AI how to use it, but always be the leader of it, right? You own the code. When you apply that in your system, you are responsible, you are accountable, right? And that adds to the risk awareness, accountability. Accountability is what I said. Like when you use a piece of code, that is when you were writing that, you own that, and today when you use AI, you still accountable for that because you use it. And risk awareness. So this is the piece I have to talk for next few minutes, I feel, but I'll try to keep it as short as I can, because we all depend upon AI. When you do that in your system, we use AI, but you have to be very clear, right? When you use a piece of code outside of your system, when you work in an organization, corporate follow rules, and when you use, it may have data, it may have some code which should not go out, right? That is where you have to be very aware of, like which system you use, how you copy the code. You can't just copy paste everything to AI and believe that AI doesn't use the code and it works just like a junior developer you work in your who work in your local system. No, AI, like you still AI, from our perspective, who just use AI as a tool, have no idea how AI is going to use your code. So like be mindful about what is the risk. Don't take risk. Definitely use AI when needed. AI should always simplify your things and amplify your thinking, but it should never be a threat, and it should never take your skills away, right? So please make sure that the risk when you use AI, and always like follow this ethic and compliance in your organization to make sure that you're not violating the rule. Maybe it is not the shortcuts or the output, right? You should always follow some process to reach somewhere. So make sure that all these things are matters. So these things matters most because like we are depending upon a system outside of our system to solve our problem. That matters a lot. And continuous learning mindset, right? Because things are changing. Whatever I was like this system few weeks ago or a month ago, right? It's entirely different today, right? Now, none of us have ever thought like 2 years ago, like okay, AI going to replace us, or AI is going to be something we all depend upon, right? Now, as I said, right, the resistance era, like we thought, okay, somebody is using, okay, this person is using AI to write email, right? Now most of us do, and if you are not doing, people think, okay, this person is outdated. That is how things are changing. So continuous learning mindset matters the most, because you should understand, okay, what my assumptions were wrong, what my learning were wrong. That is what like unlearning matters, right? It is not always that whatever you thought yesterday was right. Understand it was wrong, and this is not the best way to do it, right? Don't stick on some old theories. You all have to validate. Like you should always take, understand, everything you do, right? In any piece of code, any design which you do, it should be 100% aligned with your thought process. You should be able to understand what it is, and you don't need to 100% blindly believe on AI, but at the same time, you should make sure that what is coming new, having an idea, because everything is AI start building solutions, AI start building everything around you. It does not really need a developer to do most of the thing. We can definitely have debates on like, okay, you can't add emotions, you can't do that, AI can, but AI is learning, right? However, we all gained experience. When I add every year to my career, I say that I am learning, right? I'm definitely should be better, right? And AI is learning exponentially, right? If he can do it, it can do it, right? And tomorrow is not something which you thought. It is going to be like bright, at the same time complex than what we think. So we just have to be mindful, understanding what I can learn, what we can, like we all can grow with, right? AI should not replace us, as which I usually say in my videos. AI should not replace you. AI should be the tool which help you to be better, right? Better than what you were doing yesterday, better than what you do manually, right? Use AI, use that opportunity. Before I conclude, I just wanted to tell that AI is everywhere. There is nothing which you think that, okay, I don't use that, I can still code that. Yes, you can still code better, but if you're not using and try to be saying that, okay, I can do that, I can take 1 week to do it, AI can do that in 1 minute. So it is not a resistance era anymore. It's an adoption level where you have to be adapt to it. If you are not adapted, somebody who is not using AI is count to be outdated. And definitely, like before I conclude this video, I just wanted to say the skills, right? When you start using a skill which is which was there with you and you are depending upon someone, you definitely lose that skill. Think about um, remembering phone numbers, right? Or like writing in a notepad, which was a skill which we had, but we very rarely use, because we know that we have technologies like notes in phone, and you have like voice notes converting. All these things have definitely taken a level of your skill from you which you don't know, right? Like now, if you really go back after this video, sit for 1 minute and think that, okay, what are the skill I lost by like adopting to new things? Definitely there are many. So this is not something wrong, but refreshing that, like going and writing a page in your book, reading a book, and remembering a phone number does look so interesting. I just don't want you to be 100% adapt to AI. Yes, definitely, world is evolving, and our younger generation is more aligned to AI, and they learn these things much faster than we do. It's great, and we have to be adapted, but at the same time, some skills which take a standout is like problem solving, how you like respond to the solutions, how well you can manage the complex scenarios, because when you become so live in your comfort zone, right, it's very difficult. So that is what, like when the system is evolving, it is giving more easiest way to do that. You don't need to search for go to 100 links to get your solution, because AI can give you in one question and you can get it better. Definitely it is good, make use of that, be better. Just keep that continuous learning mindset, adapting mindset with you, but make sure that you follow this basic principle to be better at AI, and definitely understand it. Don't blind. AI is not the perfect. AI is just a tool which is learning from the information outside. Is the information outside the world is wrong, then AI is wrong. The information is biased, AI is biased. There is no question. It is a human built solution. So you should always pick the right thing, validate the data, be the better. As I said, definitely it is like turning you into a different shape by depending upon day-to-day activities. I'm going to have like next few days focusing on how be a better engineer, or like problem solving, leadership. All these videos is coming on this series. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Please do share, subscribe, and add your comments, ask questions. Like we can have this engaging, and like I can help you on the tools which you help you to be better. Definitely. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the day.